Well, welcome back to the gymnasium at Minneapolis High School here on September the 6th. This cool September the 6th. A wonderful, wonderful weather. Dale Leach and Mike Perry back on the job here to broadcast the second match of this duel against the Sacred Heart Knights from Salina. The Knights won the first match, coming back from behind to win the first game of the match 25-21. The Lions took the second one 25-17 and then laid an egg in the third match with behind great effort by Hannah Dahl for the Knights. And they won the third game of the match 25-17. So now the Lions are down 0-1 in the league, and you got to play their hearts out here, Mike, to keep them digging a big hole in the league for this 2011 season.
Well, you got to be thinking of a split, and you're right. You don't want to start the year 0-2, end up in the cellar right off the get-go. But Sacred Heart's formidable. They're good, and they're well-skilled.
Oh, yeah.
But here again, as you and I mentioned, the first game, actually Minneapolis, I thought had the upper hand for quite a bit of that game, and I thought we should have actually won it. We kind of gave it up midway through, and Sacred Heart came back to take the lead and won that first game of the first match. They would have kind of held serve and made it through that game. We probably would have won that first match.
Well, you know, Rose Whitman's going to have well-coached teams, pretty disciplined, and so it was no surprise to me to see them come back and get right in the thick of that thing. It's unfortunate we didn't win it, but didn't surprise me that they got back in it. And then third game, they just put the hammer down, controlled it all the way.
No surprise at all. Rose Whitman, very good kid in her own right, has had very good luck at Sacred Heart, has taken some kids to state volleyball tournament, of course Sacred Heart 2A. But nonetheless, you play the likes of Mound Ridge, and those girls are really good.
Well, as we discovered when we were 2A there for a few years, especially once you get state competition, there's not a whole lot of difference.
There's not a whole lot of difference.
But down to a couple minutes here before we get going. We will have introductions before this match has started, and probably the national anthem also. Again, the Lady Lions are now 5-1 on the season. The Lady Knights are 2-1. Lady Lions are getting pumped up here.
Well, Coach and Coach Matt, Coach Frazier are doing their best to get these girls jacked up for this second match, and a little more enthusiasm, a little excitement,
get loose.
A little leadership here and there. And I think they'll be just fine this second match. They just really had a terrible time passing all the way through that first match. Passes from the back row up front were just not consistent enough to warrant a decent attack, and half the time we're just bumping the ball over, which allows Sacred Heart the easy task of a good setup and a nice attack. And that's when Miss Dahl come into play, because she really had her way. About 8 points in a row in that second match, and that was her second game of the first match. That was pretty much the deciding factor of that first match when she came to the front line.
And you know, this is the first game we've seen them play this year. They went 5-0 last week in the quad and triangles that they were in. But from our memory from last year, it's very obvious to Mike and I that the girls were missing their teammate J.C. Crossan quite a bit with Wakey. She can elevate and block and get the hammer down, but you know, you can't cry about it. She's not going to be with us for a lot of weeks yet. It was good to see the Allison sisters rotating in and out, getting on the front line and doing a good job there, and that's just something the team's going to have to grow with and work through.
Well, it will be a whole different look when JC gets back out of street clothes and into the lineup. They'll get her going right away in the middle. She brings so much energy and athleticism to that team. When she's in there, she can elevate and has a quick hand, so she can put her down pretty quick.
Don't know who that was, but nice canned music here. Recording of one of the girls. High school football boys are in here to cheer on the gals, so there'll be a little more rip-roaring action from the student section.
Starting lineups for Sacred Heart. On the outside, yeah, Dwayne's trying to get her going. There we go.
First for the Sacred Heart Knights. Number 2, Sarah Wilkins.
On the outside, Wilkins. Good presence at the net. He will be posed on the other side. Riley Baker, the outside hitter for Minneapolis. Number 6 for Sacred Heart. The setter, primary setter for the Lady Knights is Betty Booth. Number 3 for Minneapolis. They're introducing by numbers. The other, I call it the outside hitter, Kara Frazier. Sacred Heart, Rapp gets the starting nod in this game for Minneapolis. Primary setter, Kelsey Page. The other outside hitter for Sacred Heart is Williams, and he has got a serve that carried them through the first match. For Minneapolis, Victoria Allison in the middle gets the start. And for Sacred Heart, we get another Allison. I can't remember the other Sacred Heart. Dunmeyer, number 13. And the big hitter is number 14, Hannah Dahl. For Minneapolis in the middle, and the secondary setter, I call her, would be Allie Steinbrock. So they're missing the other senior, as Dale mentioned, J.C. Crossan. Still out with the knee, and here's our libero, is Ashlyn Macy for Sacred Heart. Now we got the right number. On number 11, their libero is Froome, Alice Froome. And we're about ready to go. Second match of the evening. Minneapolis Sacred Heart. September 6th, and it's a blessing to be up here when it's not 95, 96 degrees.
We'll just be thankful we weren't trying to do a game last week.
It would have been brutal. Gillen plays quite a bit. Stein played a little bit. For the most part, Rose Whitman goes with the basic 6 and libero. Minneapolis has been rotating 7 with both Allison sisters, Victoria and Kennedy. And the libero will sub in right away for Kennedy, I believe. Sacred Heart will serve first.
The Lions in navy blue shorts and navy blue shirts.
Sacred Heart has changed into their white tops. Now their numbers match the program, as we do get Dallas Fromm's number in there as number 11, the libero. So it's Frazier, Steinbrock, Allison, Baker, Page, and Ashlyn Macy. Kennedy will stay in the front 1 rotation. When she goes out, then yeah, it'll be Macy will go to the service line. Okay, Betty Boos, ready to go, jump serve. Nice pass by Kara Frazier. Allison tips it to the back, and Sacred Heart on the attack here. Baker backside. Attack is good on a nice set by Kelsey Page. And Minneapolis, now that's what happens. The Kennedy is replaced by Victoria on the backside, and she'll play the front row. Nice serve by Ashlyn. And they knock it to the back row.
Might have been a misjudge there by Ashlyn. I'm not sure if they would have gone out of bounds or not. But
That would have been Wilkins on the hit. She's wearing number 2 right now. That one's down to the floor. That's a point, Sacred Heart.
they're up 2-1.
Serve, but Frazier right there to dig it out. Now attack from the back row. It's in. Kara Frazier with a rocket from the back row.
Tied at 2. Page with the serve.
It's out.
The Lavaro Fromm in the serve for the Knights.
That one sends Frazier to the back. We tip it. Now an easy setup for Sacred Heart. They tip it. Page just wraps it on over. And now from the outside, oh, she's blocked. But the stuff goes out of bounds off the hands of Allie Steinbrock. It will be Sacred Heart's ball and point.
4-2, the lead.
Fromm. That handcuffed Kira on the back line, as I thought possibly that was going to go out the back row, and that's what Coach Mack is telling Kira, to back it up just a little bit. That's out.
Allie was going to go for it, and at the last second decided, I think, let that go by.
I think it was out down the sideline, not the end line, so it's tough to call. Judge right there on top the call. Riley Baker with the serve. In the middle, that's out. Dahl with a big swing.
4 to serve 5, the Lions trailing by 1. Baker with the serve.
Nice serve. Fromm had to go back to get that one. Dahl dinks it in. Right between Steinbrock and Page. Side out and point to Sacred Heart. Dahl serving. Excuse me, that's Donmeyer. Now Dahl with the hit. Frazier from the outside. It goes off the hands of Donmeyer and out of bounds to Minneapolis. Stein reports for duty, takes place of Donmeyer on the back row. Allison with a nice serve, Victoria style. That's out.
Game's tied at 6.
Williams tries the cross-court winner, and it's not a good angle. It goes out of bounds. And as Dale mentioned, we are back in this game. Nice recovery by Sacred Heart. Now Allison winds up in the middle with a good hit. Oh,
great
nice
block.
stop. Steinbrock. Perfect position on Dahl. And we finally get a really good block on her, Allie. Perfect position, stuff kill.
Kennedy Allison might have been involved in that too, I think.
Wow.
Too powerful of a serve there by Victoria.
Way out the back.
7-all is the score.
Dahl to the back line to serve. Steinbrock with the set. Allison, and that's out the back.
Eight to 7 Knights.
Nice pass by Riley. Down the middle, Kara's attack is blocked by Williams. And Dahl right back to that service line, now leading 9-7. Overpass is not good anytime. And that one
knocked down by Booz, wasn't it?
and overpass is either Williams or Booth right in the middle.
7 to 10, the Knights.
Setter right there to cram it. Right back down our throats. There's another overpass. An overpass will allow the other team an easy bump set pass. There's nothing coming from the back row and makes the set so easy because the setter's right there. And the setup's perfect for your outside hitter, and Sacred Heart's had 4 right in a row. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
Bennington State Bank is proud to support the Minneapolis Lions for the 2011-2012 season. We're proud to be a part of our great community and strive for excellence in our school, curriculum, and athletics. Go Lions in the 11-12 season from Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank, with offices in Salina, Bennington, Minneapolis, Wamego, Sylvan Grove, and Lucas. Member FDIC.
Well, we're back in action here. The Lions trailing by 4, 7 to 11. Sacred Heart still with the serve.
Quick timeout there by Coach Mack. Minneapolis not passing well yet from the back row. And 2 overpasses has given Sacred Heart 2 easy points. Here we go. Dahl. Pass by Page. Catches her top shoulder. Now Sacred Heart on the move. Dahl from the back row. It's out. Good eye there by Ashland to let that one go. Now Allie Steinbrock to serve. Booth back set. Williams cross court hit, no good. We were there. Frazier with a miss hit. And it goes into the net. Point side out to Sacred Heart. Rapp comes back in. And Williams' serve goes in the net. Thank you very much. She has served well when she's gotten on a roll back there.
Lions trailing 9 to 12 with the serve.
2 or 3 in a row.
And we return the favor.
Out the back line. Minneapolis not having a good service night. Jump serve by Betty Booth. Pass was coming over, Page there to tip it. Now the set by Page has Baker, it's out. (14-9) Betty Booth for Sacred Heart. Serves it to the back row. Now Steinbrock will hit from there. That one's tipped in the middle by Kennedy Allison. There's a good strong hit from the outside by Riley Baker. Pounds it right through the block of Dunmeyer. And that gets the side out and point to Minneapolis.
Trailing 10-14.
Page with the set to Allison. She's stopped by Rapp.
Now 15-10, Sacred Heart.
Wilkins. There's a tip by Victoria Allison. On the outside attack by Dahl, way back line. Point Minneapolis. 11, serving 15. Kelsey Page. Nice deep serve. Donmeyer takes the set. Now Page with the back set to Steinbrock. Dahl is in the net.
If I remember right now, when we played Sacred Heart last year in volleyball, both Laws and Dahl were on suspension for some reason or another.
I think you're right. Dahl with a big hit from the back row. Frazier digs it out of there, but her pass goes into the net. And it's side out to Sacred Heart.
16-12, Sacred Heart.
There's another bad pass. (17-12). Page set to Steinbach, and she's stuffed by Williams.
That was
Coach Mack wants
pretty much in the net, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. They were there to block, but the attack goes in the net, as Dale mentioned. But Coach Mack wants to talk about this as Minneapolis finds themselves behind by 6. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
Want the ultimate adrenaline rush? Jump from planes, rappel from helicopters, shoot the most sophisticated weapons on Earth. Find out more by calling the U.S. Army at 785-827-3666.
Welcome back for the continuation of this first game of the second match. The Lions trailing 18-12. Sacred Heart with the serve. From the Lavaro with the service.
Frazier lets that one go, and I'm glad she did. It was out the back line, side out, and point to Minneapolis. Baker serving. Nice serve. That one's top spin on that was going down to the floor, and that attack goes in the net. Hell, I noticed we've got some hardware here behind us.
I had noticed that. You're right.
Basketball Forensics 2010-11. They bump it on over. Williams sends it to the back row. Now Minneapolis on the attack. Steinbrock with the big swing. Williams in the middle is blocked, but she hits right through the block of Frazier. It goes down on our side, and point side out to Sacred Heart. Don. Wow, I can't remember her name. Oh,
Yeah, that
man.
landed in. That's good. Yeah, they must be running out of room for banners over there on the north side.
Must be.
You got two boys basketball second place state. Yeah.
Second and third place Forensics, 2010, 2011. Ooh, right on the line. Minneapolis kill by Dahl. Got a second and third forensics, 2010 and 11.
Then the 3A Sportsmanship Award for last year in
That's
basketball.
Dahl at the service line. Baker, nice pass to Steinbrock. That's tipped by Fromm.
That was going sailing, but she tipped it. So Lions back to within 4.
Rose Whitman was wanting her to let it go, but she just wouldn't do it. Steinbrock, nice serve. Booth with the set. Dahl with a hit from the back row. Now Frazier tip. It's in. That was wide open. Wide open. Steinbrock still serving for Minneapolis. Now Sacred Heart having to play from the back row. Frazier again. Big hit. Eddie Booth just sets it on over. Now Steinbrock. The outside Wilkins, it's blocked by Page. It goes out of bounds. Point to Sacred Heart.
They're back with the 5-point lead. No, 4-point, excuse me. 21-17.
Williams. Net. Thank you very much. Boy, that's timely, wasn't it?
And Smith comes in for the Lions.
Smith playing
Alyssa
quite
Smith,
well on
Jr.
the JV. Yes, she's got a really nice serve. And she's a pretty good defensive player. That's in the net. Nice stop by Allison. As Betty Booth goes up, tip that one on over, and Allison right there for the stuff.
That was the Kennedy variety.
Smith still serving. It's in. Just what this team needed, just a little spark here to get us over the hump, and Minneapolis back in this contest.
Down 21-20.
Get in there. Out. That serve sailed long, and Smith did a nice job serving.
22-20 lead for the Knights.
Alyssa Smith. Page with the back set. Allison with a nice attack, but they are able to dig on the back row. Well,
The Knights up 23-20.
23-20.
Betty Boos with the serve.
Jump serve. Page.
Oh,
Baker a little bit far away from the net, kind of a low set. Riley got there, but could not
game point for the Knights.
get it over.
24-20.
A nice pass by Steinbrock. Now Baker again from the outside. Cross court. Winter is dug out of there by Fromm. Dahl with a big swing.
A little miscommunication. Page was trying to get around Kennedy Allison there to get to the ball and could not. So the Knights take the first game in the match, 25-20. We'll take a timeout. Let them switch sides of the courts. We'll be back. Welcome back for game 2 of this second match. The Lions, they're going to win it. They got to do it in 2 and 3 here, taking 2 in a row. We will serve. Start the second game with the serve. Kara Frazier.
Well, we knew Sacred Heart was going to be tough. I didn't think they were going to be this tough. Frazier's serve goes out the back line again. One nothing Sacred Heart. Betty Booth. Baker quick to the net. Yes, barely able to get there, tip that one over. Now Allison with a nice swing from with the dig. Dahl, the overpass. Our pass came to the front right in the wheelhouse of Dahl, and she drops a hammer on it. 2-0 Sacred Heart. Page with the set. That attack goes in the net. Baker's attempt. Attack a little short, and Sacred Heart off to a 3-0 lead here. Steinbrock back set to Allison. It's good. One, three. Ashley Macy back to the service line. Nice pass by Fromm.
Maybe another misjudgment there at a ball that might have gone out of bounds. I'm not sure, over the back line.
Possibly headed that way, but hard to tell.
Lady Lions down 4-1 here.
Wilkins, that's in.
Now 5-1.
Wilkins serving for Sacred Heart. In the middle, Baker. Now that was a nice swing. That's in. I believe that's Stein, isn't it? Oh, that's Gillen.
Page with the serve. It's over. Dahl with kill, and just over Macy's control reach.
We've seen that quite a bit. Dahl with a big swing, and from the outside, she is tough.
Knights are up 7-2.
I wonder how long Coach Mack's going to let this go. Our back row does not look good. Now Baker has a good swing from the outside. Boost. Attack by Williams is blocked. It goes out of bounds.
That's happened to us several times tonight, too.
Yes, it has.
Blocks out of bounds. Timeout, Minneapolis, I assume?
Yeah, quick timeout by Coach Mack. 8-2 Sacred Heart. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Where do you go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you'll encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Welcome back for continuation of this second game of match 2. Lions down 8-2. Sacred Heart with the serve. From serving.
Sacred Heart just pretty much having their way here. They have to do something to. There's a nice attack by Steinbrock, cross court winner, and it's in. Line judge right there called that one good. Now Baker back to the service line. Net. We really haven't served well tonight. All the way around. Donmeyer. And she hasn't either. She puts another one in the net.
Four to serve 9 here, the Lions. Serving.
Stein comes in for
Kennedy
Donmeyer.
Allison. No, that was Victoria, excuse me.
A little bit out of balance when she struck. And ball goes short into the net. Now Dahl for Sacred Heart. Boy, everyone's having net-itis. That one one goes in the net. Now Steinbrock. It's over in good shape. Boost with the set. Dahl strike from the back row. It's way out of
A
bounds.
little too much there.
6 serving 10. Allie Steinbrock. It's a good serve. Boost. Back set to Williams. Just dinks it in there. Slug bunt.
Slug bun, that's what you call that?
Bunt.
Slug bunt.
When you swing as hard as you can, you get a bunt.
11 serving 6 Knights.
Williams at the service line. Back set. Frazier, it's out. Page with a nice set. Allison a little late getting there, but we recover anyway. And we tip it on over. Side out and point to Minneapolis. Smith will come in to serve for Slyke Frazier.
Had 2 good serves the first game before one went over.
Boost with a set. The outside attack by Wilkins is stopped. Tough kill for Minneapolis, and we needed that one.
8 serving 12. Net.
That one goes in the net. Kara Frazier will go right back in. Now Betty Boost. Little jump serve. Allison with a good strike from the front line and the outside, and she hits a cross-court winner right into the corner. Point Minneapolis.
She's replaced by her sister Victoria.
Ashley Macy. That's out. Rapp winds up and hits one out the back line. Ashley Macy still serving.
10 serving 13.
Donmeyer gets there. In the middle again, Allison.
Sacred Heart's in the net, I guess.
Donmeyer.
11 serving 13.
By golly. There's light at the end of the tunnel. We can get one here. Yes. What a recovery. That overpass. Baker pounds it down. Sacred Heart very nimble and pretty quick. Nice dig by Macy, and Page tries to set that over. Now a good setup here. Baker. Now we're playing. Dahl. Left. We were there for the stuff, for the block, as Dahl from the back row were caught with a lift as both girls were there.
14 to serve 11 here.
There's a nice pass by Kara Frazier. Nice attack by Allison. Woo. Dahl.
She's got a wicked slamma-jammer herself.
That one had some smoke on it. Went to the back row. Frazier dug it out of there, but the return pass goes over the net and out of bounds.
15 to 11 Knights. Into the net is Baker's kill.
Tried a little back set with Baker coming around from behind, and the attack goes in the net. Sacred Heart back with a 5-point lead. Baker in the middle, it comes over. Betty Boost with a real nice dig.
Another
There's
one.
Another one. That was actually a lift, not called. Nice volley here. Minneapolis right in the thick of things. Sacred Heart playing well, so is Minneapolis. This is good volleyball here. Uh-oh. Not a good pass.
The Knights up by 6 now, 17-11.
It's kind of been our MO here tonight.
Wicked serve.
Wilkins hits a screamer right down the line.
Timeout, Lady Lions. Trailing 18-11 here in game 2 of the second match.
Game 2 of the second match. Sacred Heart just on the verge of doing this in 2.
Your Minneapolis Hometown Hardware is always there when you need an appliance, paint, tools. Well, truthfully, the list just goes on and on and on. So the next time you need something, almost anything, go to Hometown Hardware Minneapolis. They've probably got it.
At Lambert Insurance, Kent Lambert can make shopping for insurance easy. With insurance plans changing all the time and costs increasing constantly, getting coverage you need at affordable rates can be a challenge. But Lambert Insurance in Minneapolis help.
Knights with the serve, 18-11.
Wilkins still at the service line, hit a screamer, that's out. 12-18, Page to the service line. Dinks one in, boost right there. Wrap. Oh, what a recovery by Baker. How she got there, I don't know. Back set, Steinbrock. Nice attack, nice setup there. Page sets it on over. Oh, nice block by Baker. They can't get to that one.
That boost is a good volleyball player.
Yes, she is. She has worked herself into being one of the better setters in the league. And she's had to work at it too. It didn't come naturally. That's tipped. Goes right through the block and out of bounds. Side out and point to Sacred Heart.
19-13, the Knights and the serve from
Frazier with a good pass. Now the outside, Steinbrock. Ball is stuffed by Allison.
Victoria.
They're going to get to it. That's 4. A heck of a block on Dahl, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Her on the front row. It's tough. We could actually be in trouble if she gets hot. Donmeyer. Williams from the outside. And her attack goes off our back row, and it pass goes the wrong way.
20-14 Knights.
There's a good pass. Now Steinbrock.
In the net, the Knights.
Williams got a little too close and shook the netting. And that is the call, 15-20. Allison, Victoria Allison, serving for Lady Lions. And we need 2 or 3 here. Dahl. Williams, that's out.
Lions back within 4. They're going to have to do it now, I think, or ever.
Good call by the line judge. Allison, a good serve there. Boost. We need to reset that and get an attack going. That allows them to do just exactly that. (21-16), Dahl to the back line. Nice dig by Riley. Backpedaling, Steinbrock puts it on over. Now Williams tips it. Ooh, that's out. 22-16. Nice tip by Allie. Sacred Heart just playing pretty good volleyball. Back row, they cover. Baker with a nice attack. And that's been our problem on the back row. When that ball comes back there, we're not getting a good pass to the front row. It's gone the other way quite a bit of the time. 23-16.
Match point for the Knights.
Supposed to go north with it, and when they go east or west or south, you're going the wrong direction. Good pass. Steinbrock with the set. Frazier Fromm gets a hand on it. Betty Boos. Steinbrock pounds one through the block of Wilkins. And there's still life.
24-17, the Lions trail.
In the Minneapolis backcourt.
Steinbrock with the serve.
Goose with a nice set. Dahl from the back line. Overpass.
(25-17), the final in this second game of match 2, and the Knights take it. Two games to nothing. 2 matches to 0. So they take the first match 2 games to 1, score 21-25, 25-17, 17-25, and the second match games 20-25 and 17-25. Pretty good squad, these Knights from Sacred Heart.
Yes, they are. They're very, very good on the back row. They passed well and set well. Of course, when you've got a hitter like Dahl, you always have that capability. She was pretty good tonight. I thought Betty Boos, you mentioned it, I thought she did a good job covering the floor as a setter.
She bailed them out of trouble time and time again.
Just whoever's on the back row over there did a pretty good job for the Lady Knights.
The Lions just we just could not recover in the backcourt like the Knights did, and we had nobody to match hand at all tonight in kills.
So. Yeah, we got in front of her a couple times, but you're right, we couldn't match her kills. She's pretty effective from either side or in the middle. She attacked us from the back row. She's not as effective there, but she's a pretty good volleyball player.
So the Knights go up on the Lions in the league 2-0, and now the Lions have to play real good ball through the rest of the league season and hope for the best of somebody coming in and clipping these Knights. But I think that's going to be a tough task for most of the rest of the squads. So
haven't seen any of the other teams, but I find it hard to believe there'd be another one that give much of a tussle.
Well, you know, Beloit just is not. I'm not going to say Beloit's not a good team, but they are not what they've been. But you never know how that's going to go. And as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, you don't want to say that this will determine the league championship, but this could very much set a flavor of how the race is going to go. And the Lions are dug themselves a little hole. The Knights are up 2-0 against one of probably their better opponents in the league, and being the Minneapolis Lions. So, but there's a long league season yet, and all we can do is hope for the best. So the Lions go 5-2 on the season. The Knights improve their record to 3-1 overall. And we will be back, I believe, for the next game we have on the schedule is September 27th, Ellsworth here at home, but you'll have to check the schedule at www.salinapost.com. and look under the schedule there to see which games are on tap. But I think that's our next scheduled one. But otherwise, we will be at Washington County this coming Friday for a football game for the Lions. See if they can take a win from Washington County.
Washington, America, Kansas.
With that, Dale Leach
And Mike Perry.
we'll be off. Thanks for having us in your home, and we appreciate you listening and watching here on www.salinapost.com, Eagle Communications Channel 2, live audio and tape delay replay on Channel 20. Good night, folks.